This is the Bitfenix Graph Mesh PC case that I ordered off of Amazon for around $60 before taxes. Apparently it has the cool mesh thing in the front, and it has 4 RGB fans, 3 in the front and 1 in the back, and 4 ATX motherboard support, and I believe 330mm of graphics card length. So yeah, let's open this knife. Then I was just struggling to open this knife up a little bit instead of like moving it. Alright, so open this up. So here's the case. Oh god, I'm lifting my entire mouse pad. God dang, bro. So here it is. So you guys can tell it has that cool door. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, this case got that cool door that you can pull from this little thing. Yeah, it has 1 fan in the back and 3 in the front. It has a vertical GPU mount right here that you can add in a card. But the PCIe riser cable, you're gonna have to order it separately for ATX compatibility in terms of the motherboard. Apparently you can add 2 fans in the bottom. I believe 2 120mm in the bottom, 120 or 140mm in the back, and then 240 or 280 on the top. And I believe you can go up to a 360mm radiator in the front if you guys are doing like a water cooling build, if you guys want to. Close this up. And also before that, it has a little hole for the power supply. So in the front, you guys can tell, there's a Bitfenix logo, and you can barely see the 3 fans. So the top I/O port right here, you got power button. I believe this is the reset. There's like a power LED and hard drive LED on the top. One type A 3.0 and 2 2.0s. And then the audio and microphone jack. And this is the lighting, the RGB lighting control. You got nothing in the back, nothing, and then the back of the case. Of course, you got your I/O shield, the graphics card stuff going on here, or expansion slots, your fans, and your power supply in the bottom. But in the very bottom of the case, you got some kind of mesh filter in the bottom to keep the dust from coming inside the PC. So let me go ahead and open the backpack of the case. Of course, you got your back panel. Okay, so you got your RGB controller, which is pretty nice, and you got like a cutout for your micro ATX motherboard on an ATX case. And it seems like cable management is gonna be really tough. Oh wait, it has that little indent thing that you can go through. So if you can see, it does a little flow where you can put all the cables through this way. But seems like cable management is gonna be kind of tight when you go through this way. But so you got your hard drive, your little hard drive thing in the bottom, and I believe you can put another one on the top. For the sake of the build that I'm doing right now, I am not picking any hard drives. I already have an M.2 SSD lying around. So when it comes to opening it up, okay, so in order to take the side panel off, you're gonna have to go like kind of like more than 90 degrees, like a little closer to like 100 degrees or 120 degrees from the case. That's how you take it out, take the side panel off of the case. So let's go ahead and start the building process. Unfortunately, I can't do a time lapse because since I'm visually impaired, I'm gonna need my phone to see the screws when I screw in the motherboard. And of course, you got that bag wrapped around the cables for the screws and all those instruction stuff going on. Alright guys, so I just got the motherboard in, and I turns up the fans to the thermalite ones that has the little infinity thing in the middle, because I like to change the fans to make it match. I will be putting the stock fans back in to populate the bottom 2 fan slots and the top 2. And I'll be having 1 fan for the back as well. Now I'm gonna get the power supply going, cable extensions, and then I'll be right back when I get to the PCIe slots. Alright guys, so I was screwing all those bottom fans from the one that came with the case, and I just saw when I opened the bag of the screws, most of the screw got chipped for the fans right out the back. Yeah, I don't know what happened during shipping, but something's wrong with the screw here. So I'm gonna have to ask my mom, can she go to the hardware store and buy me one of those exact screws so I can get the screws going here. So yeah guys, I got the AIO going. I got the AIO installed, as well as the motherboard, CPU, RAM, SSD. Yeah, I'm about to get 2 more of those fans on the top, then the power supply, then GPU. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so all you gotta do to take the PCIe thing off, the vertical graphics card slot off, is you need 2 of those thumb screws out. Don't mind the mess I have here. And then you just slide up, and then now you're able to take these graphics cards in. So these are not the ones that you see in the higher end cases. I mean, hey, what would you expect for a $60 case on Amazon? So all you gotta do, push it. Yeah, you're gonna need to push this. 1 second. Alright guys, so this is the fully complete build. I'm not going to tell you guys the specs on this machine, but I might tell you the CPU and GPU and that's it. So it has an i5 10400F and an RTX 3060 12 gigabyte model, and that's the specs I'm gonna give you guys in today's video, but I'll give you the rest on my PC flipping series. And so far, this PC build is doing pretty good. So what I do is I put this 3 of those fans in the front, which is the thermalite. You can see a little bit of the infinity mirror in the middle. And I put the stock case fans that used to be in the front and back. I put 2 in the bottom and 2 in the top. So one of the cons that it may not be a big deal breaker due to the $60 price tag is these things are more like once you break it, you can't put it back in compared to that NGX2 case I had with this PC inside of it before. Cable management is really not easy if you have cable extensions like I have. And the top thing where you see all the fan cables and the cables coming from the pump and the AIO, it's begging for a 240mm radiator, so maybe I should have sold that one and then get the 230 instead. Another con that my NGX2 cases don't have is that the front panel is like individually separated instead of the ones that some more expensive cases have. So it does have support for ATX motherboard, not like the full length ATX, a little bit halfway is like missing. Also, speaking of cables, you can still see like the remaining of those white motherboard cables through that hole right there. I could touch it, including all the fan cables and front panel connectors in the bottom. You can see more from the power supply, and that's pretty much it, as well as more cables on top above the above the motherboard. Since I said that it's begging for 230mm radiator, I see a little bit of light leakage coming from the bottom 2 fans, which is not a deal breaker, honestly. But if it does bother you, then you don't have to put the fans in the bottom like I did, or just don't buy the case overall if you plan on having it in the bottom. You can still see the power supply, but I actually did remove the label since it does throw off the aesthetics a little bit. And what's really nice about this case is that it's tempered glass. And it has magnets that way the side panel stays in place with these things right here. And another good thing is that it has a good amount of RGB modes. As you guys can tell, you got some kind of breathing effect, and a little bit of other RGB modes. Of course, rainbow puke. And now we're back to the static colors. And personally, white is definitely my favorite, considering that I paid $60 for this entire case. It might go up in price by the time you're watching this video. So here's the back. The I/O shield is installed, as well as the graphics card and the power supply. So here's my cable management work. So it's very messy, and having 8 RGB fans, this is how much cables you gotta deal with. Right here, and as well as all the cables coming from the top. And then since we don't have no room to take the CPU cable down here, I have to use whatever that good enough amount of space I have available. That goes in top and then goes this way in order to get all this cable figured out without creating too much of a bulge in my side panel. That's pretty much it for this case video. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you guys love this video and want to see more videos from me in the future. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss none of the videos that I'll be making in the future. Post a like if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts about it. Have you built it before? Looking to build more PCs in this case in the future. So